now, instead of just like sneakily, secretly telling us that we're going live, you're going to like do the countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there's the notification.
And then you just had to go ahead and ruin it. Yeah, that's yeah. No, with the beard. That's how you ruined it.
I had to ruin it because of the beard. I mean, okay, yeah, everyone can hear us because I just heard me.
You look so much younger too.
Yes, that's what the beards do. The beards like always add age, and like when you take off the beard after you're used to someone with the beard on, you're like, you look so much younger now.
Make us a nice smile. Oh my God, you have such a nice smile. It's amazing how a beard changes someone's face.
Yes, it does.
Okay, now let's see if I can boop, 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 boop. Where's the... There it is.
Are you trying to find your stupid jingle?
I already found the jingle. I was trying to find Zoom so I could share the jingle.
Oh, God. Hi, everyone, by the way.
Hello. And we're... like a professional. You may have noticed that Jonathan has ruined everything forever. So there's that.
Stop it! Look how pretty he is.
Yes, again, I want to like match, like I said to like Tom and Julie before the show, that I wanted my like new look for the new year to like match my new avatar. And this is the avatar I have right now that I made in Prit Crew as well. And it got
Wait, are you going to have your ears pierced?
I'm thinking about that, but like no. If at most I would just like get clip-ons and anything like that. But I did like I don't have like the trans-color hoodie yet, but I did. One's on order, and one in non-binary colors is on order as well.
If you do have your ears pierced, please go see a real piercer.
Do what I do.
Jeweler. Because
go to Daytona Beach for spring break. Get drunk. Get your ear pierced. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I get tattooed.
I was sober for that one.
So welcome to Social Justice Alchemy. Well, remember, the work week is a fiction, and come the revolution, every day can be the weekend. This is Justice Alchemy, and I am some renegade, Jonathan Scott. Over there on the bottom of the screen is Little Honor, and over to, I think is to my right, and the YouTube screen.
You just pointed to your left, but yeah.
Opposites.
No, he pointed to his other right.
The other guy is John Brockman.
And
yeah,
Tom
I'm not
is
showing
old.
my face because I look like shit, and no one wants to see that.
You should grow a beard.
Is, but I am one of those like anarcho-socialists with a trans anime avatar. I will just assure you that I'm not.
And you canceled Contra, and you should feel bad.
I know I should feel bad.
No, you shouldn't.
No, you really shouldn't. I made it through half her video.
Was an ass on Facebook.
So I did post like.
Is he a contrastan?
I guess I don't know. I haven't like talked to him particularly about like ContraPoints, but yeah, as what Little was referring to, that on Facebook, I did say when I did felt the time watching the new video by ContraPoints canceling. In the first 30 minutes, I was like, wait a minute, ContraPoints says that anarcho-socialists with trans anime avatars are trans anarcho-socialists with anime avatars. How can you tell that they're fascists? And she's like, great. She horseshoe theory me. Another liberal horseshoe theory me. And to which my brother commented on that post that like that's not how he read it, and he thought I was overacting. And it's just like,
oh, the straight boy didn't read it like that. Aww.
No. Actually, that brother is a leftist, and he's queer as well. He's demisexual and agender.
Okay.
So your youngest brother is all by himself in this, huh?
Well, I have
And probably gay now. He's turning gay.
All by myself. Don't wanna be all by. No, I'm going to spare you the rise in pitch here because I'm not going to make it, and it's going to be horrible.
I don't mind. Of course, I also
I
sing.
do. I do. I mind even when it's me, not just when it's others. My ears can hear me.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, yes, Tom McDonald is not joining us, but he's in a live chat. He's not feeling well, and so
He's old.
No, he just doesn't want to talk to us.
right, and yet he's still friends with us on Facebook and then those other places, but doesn't want to talk to us. Tom. But Jamie J also is not joining us today because she is sick.
She doesn't like us either.
Also like a lot of people don't like her because they made her aware of that with like based on all her tweets and like hi, I'm James Grimwolf. I know that person from like other places because I shared this
because you're everywhere.
I shared this Discord server that I'm a part of.
Okay.
And so that's the new
video. Jonathan's the famous one.
Mm-hmm. That's why I invited him on the show.
and I see Comrade iBot, and I see do I see? Yes, there's Skug. There's Skag is in the chat, and Mithro is with us. So like most of our regulars are with us.
And we have 10 watchers. So
I forgot
minus you and me, that's 8. So
mm-hmm.
I don't know if it counts me. It might. I'm not on the watch page. I'm in the manage the thing page.
Can we not about? I thought you were gonna hide the kitties with your war thing.
No, never hide the kitties. Never
no,
hide the kitties.
Never. Hiding the kitties is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Marty, senior mug, Jonathan.
Hello, Marty.
Oh yeah, that's right. I still got like tweet this out because I like shared it everywhere else, but I haven't tweeted it out. We are live.
We are live.
I don't know why everyone thinks it's going to be World War III. No one is going to.
Nobody's going to join us. It's just going to be us and
it's just
the Middle
going
East.
to be the U.S. versus Iran.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I mean, the guy you killed. Well, he was a piece of shit. Mm-hmm. By all means, he deserved to die, but maybe not that way, not now. Know what I mean?
Yep.
Not a month after Iran discovered a huge amount of oil
I joked
on its
about
territory. We joked about that.
Yes, exactly. You're just like, oh, they must have like found oil now, and you're just like, no, they didn't. It's like, or no, you joked about that. You thought they must have found oil. And it's like, that's a good question. Did Iran found oil? And you said no, but you're like, oh God, no, they did.
Oh.
Yeah, but the donkey stakes on the issue are as predictable shit. Like, you can't say the guy they killed was shit because it's imperialist propaganda or something.
Of course.
God forbid an issue is more complicated than just US bad, rest of the world good.
Mm-hmm.
The US is bad, though. The rest of the world is also bad, mostly.
Yes. Also,
trying to think of a place that's good.
Is burning.
Yes,
Mhm.
that is okay. So I will, when I get a chance, I will post a link into the live chat because like a link that was shared on the stream I was a part of. I was in the live chat for last night Twitch stream. Did share this link, so it's like 10 different it's 11 different charities that you can donate to like help the victims of the climate change disaster happening right now in Australia.
They
However,
didn't say if they were Aboriginal or not, but I guess the people who died were Aboriginal.
that would be my guess too. And they're like a billion animals, or like a million animals are dying as well. So like that's terrible. Now one of the charities that's going to be in the link is the Salvation Army. Don't give money to them.
Yeah.
Salvation Army is bad.
Yeah.
Very, very bad. Hateful bigots.
Mm.
They spend most of their money not on charity. Well, not most. They spend too much of their money not on charity. Because they're technically a ministry.
Mm. They apparently have like generals as well.
The new year is beginning super cool.
We're just in day 4 too, and already
we're all going to fucking die.
4 days into the new year, Trump is starting a war with Iran. Awesome.
I mean, I'm not sure it's Trump.
No,
I'm pretty sure any other president would have done that.
Yeah.
Considering
let's see.
The US has
Twitter.
a boner for other people's oil.
Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, the trend of the US going to war with people with large amounts of oil.
We probably would have done something. We wouldn't necessarily have killed a high-level Iranian official.
Oh yeah.
Shives another. Here's a thread on Twitter. I'll share it in the chat.
I'm not saying it was smart. I'm saying that's a trend from the US, not from Trump in particular. Idiocy is a Trump thing. I mean, is a Lord is the Vader equivalent of the Spaceballs, you know, Rick Moranis?
Darth Helmet.
Yeah, Darth Helmet. Thanks. That's Trump. If it helps cope better, you can also imagine him playing dolls.
But would he be ashamed that someone doesn't knock next time? I don't know.
No, James, I totally agree. I'm not saying. I'm not commenting on the form. The form was bad, very bad. But you know, again, Trump is a symptom of something, not a cause. So
yeah, exactly.
Always blaming Trump instead of the US.
Liberal capitalism and imperialism.
Yeah, that's that's complicated.
True.
That doesn't mean I think Trump is not.
Trump is a complete piece of shit, but he was elected by the United States.
Yes.
He's the poo cherry on top of the poo sundae.
Oh no, you didn't make me feel put on the spot, but I think it's important because apparently a lot of liberals are blaming Hillary or something.
Well, if she had been more of a good thing to elect, then we wouldn't have Trump right now, and everything would be good in all ways.
But it's not on Hillary; it's on the DNC.
Yep.
They knew she was going. She was going to be hard to elect. I mean, any other candidate would have won.
I mean, I've been listening to like a Democracy Now! The last couple of weeks. I guess, get my news. Mike Moore was interviewed by them. Mike Moore had said that, like, in 2016 election in in Michigan and other places in certain districts, the people there voted for Democrats up and down the ballot, all the way down to like a sewer inspector or like the management of the sewer systems. But like at the top for president, they didn't vote for Trump or Hillary. They just left it blank because they didn't want to vote for Hillary. So it's kind of like, yeah. So definitely, just like people the DNC made the mistake of thinking that like everyone's just going to vote for the D just because they have to, and like they didn't want to vote for Trump or anything like that. But
They
no,
would have it with any other candidate.
agreed with any other
That's how
candidate.
you know that all Republicans are homophobes. They don't want the D.
I don't want the D either. I'm not a homophobe.
You're ace. Right?
Oh yeah, as
Okay.
fuck. See what I did?
Of course, and we don't pun shit, and we do not pun shame on social justice alchemy.
Sometimes we probably should.
Yeah, that was shameful. I'm not proud.
No, be proud. Come on.
I'm not ashamed either, but I'm not very proud.
I mean, it reminds. Okay, this is definitely off topic, but it reminds me of this joke of like, American Bear is like having sex on a canoe.
Fucking close to water.
Yes.
What?
American beer is like sex in a canoe. Fucking close to water.
Close to water.
Oh. Okay. I get it. I have never drank American beer, I think.
I have. I don't drink a lot of
I
it.
feel very fortunate.
Yeah.
I used to when I used to drink it. It's not strong. It tastes like shit though. But I drink coffee and I think it tastes like shit too. So that's
Everything
just
tastes
me
like
drinking
shit.
I find disgusting.
Yeah, I don't like coffee either. Sometimes I'll drink it, but like I will drink it with ice. I would just take hot coffee and just put some ice in it just to cool it down and make it closer to water so that I can just guzzle it.
I like candy coffee.
Ooh.
Meaning you take coffee and you put a shit ton of sugar in it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I can't.
Especially like Starbucks'
even,
candy coffee. I have no shame.
I think it's even nastier with sugar in it. I take it black with no sugar, just for the caffeine.
I like my coffee like I like my women. Hot, sweet, and with a spoon stuck in them.
Kinky.
Spooning is the least kinky thing.
But it depends how haze you are.
I can't remember who I just quoted.
Marty is mean to me.
Marty's mean to everyone.
No, she's
No,
never
she's
mean
not.
to me. Why are you mean to me? You're never mean to me.
I don't know.
God.
Okay, David's calling, and for the podcast listeners, because we do have some podcast listeners if we're still recording. If it's skoog or skag, everything tastes like shit.
That's Eddie Izzard.
True. In the end.
No, hot sweet with a spoon in them is Eddie Izzard. Eddie Izzard.
I didn't say that everything tasted like shit.
I
Don't
did.
misquote me, David.
Just beer and coffee.
Yeah. Well, no, there's other stuff, but I was going to say there's other shit, but
Of course, there's always other shit. Speaking of other shit, that's an excellent segue if we ever need a segue for anything, but I don't know what to segue into. I'm like, well, what other shitty things we can talk about? We already mentioned about like the airstrikes against Iran.
do we have to talk
no, we
about
don't.
shitty things?
Is it possible to okay boomer someone to death?
I tried.
Because somebody had a hot take on the anti-Semitic terror attack that took place in New York recently, saying that the Jews should leave New York and come down to South Carolina where that sort of thing wouldn't happen.
Oh, David says you said everything.
Yes, I did say that.
Okay.
Yes. So, South Carolina.
Sorry, I wasn't listening to what you were saying.
Yeah,
What were you saying?
The hot take somebody had
Sorry,
recently.
I was reading the chat and I blanked
in
out
response
for a
to in response to the anti-Semitic terror attack in New York recently, somebody said the Jews need to leave New York, come down to South Carolina, because then that sort of thing wouldn't happen.
What?
Yeah, South Carolina, home of Dylan Roof, the guy who went into a church and murdered 9 people after sitting down and talking with them for 45 minutes. Yeah, if we don't have anti-Semitic terror attacks in South Carolina, it's because they don't know where to find the Jews in South Carolina. All right. There's more anti-Semitic attacks in the Northeast because that's where the Jews are, not because that's where the anti-Semites are. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are tons of anti-Semites up there.
Yes. Ugh. I mean, like, even in Seattle, like 10 years ago, there was an attack on the Jewish Federation building in Seattle as well. So it's just like...
Anti-Semites want to kill people, they're going to go to the Jews. You know, you can't make the Jews come to you. I mean, no matter how hard you try, boomer. I mean...
It doesn't like that almost reminds me of how some people that say well, if you live in like a ghetto neighborhood or a difficult neighborhood, how about you move? That's almost like a bit victim blaming.
How? It's like the inverse of Ben Shapiro's is, they can just sell their property when the water rises.
It's funny because in Europe we always are kind of under the impression, well, the other Europeans will confirm or infirm, but we are always under the impression that the worst US state is Texas. But actually, it's not.
No, it's going to be Missouri, South Carolina, Louisiana.
Yeah, the deep South. That's the word.
I mean, Texas is deep South in many ways, but it's also huge.
Yes.
And it's got some big cities.
Actual big cities, yes. That's what I was going to say. And it touches Mexico too, so it has more diversity, I guess.
Yes, it does.
Yep, Tex-Mex.
And
well, actually, the thing is, Texas used to be Mexico, so
yeah,
that was the first war that the slave owners started.
The old fucking South, East, West,
Southwest. Yep.
The old Southwest was Mexico. So
until that war.
Until that war. So it's kind of funny to tell people, it's like, go back to your own land. Don't go back to your own place. Like, you're the ones that invaded us.
Mm-hmm. We are in our own place. You go back.
Speaking of shit, there's a new Contra video. So if you want to talk about that, I will not participate because I haven't seen the video. I don't plan on seeing the video. I don't give a shit about that bitch. And okay, so if you talk away, I'm going to make tea. Okay.
I made it halfway through the video before I got tired of it.
I'll be back in 5 minutes.
I actually earlier this morning I was like rewatching it up to like the 30-minute mark. So it was like up to the point where she like ContraPoints got her tea and then like started to Irish it up her tea. But I've seen the whole video like in half yesterday. And boy, do I have opinions. And my bigger, very first, it's not surprising. It's absolutely not surprising because the ContraPoints was like doubling down on her opinions of Buck Angel. Uh, is she thinks that Buck Angel was good, and Buck Angel has like done good for the community, and I can see how there's an argument for that. But again, just because like someone has done good for the community doesn't negate the bad things that they've done. And ContraPoints also is like seeing the same collage of bad. Again, she puts as bad tweets that everyone's like shared around. That was convincing enough to me that it's like, who's this Buck Angel guy? Oh, he said all that. You have to be they have to have this forward to be like trans to like transition non-binary people, what are those, or anyone can identify as anything, so thank you for like negating my gender. Oh, fun thing happened to me on earlier today. I said I was definitely non-binary, and someone replied to me, non-binary, and there's not a thing. Thank you for that. But and so like and also like another thing is like ContraPoints has shared like her experience with Dark Angels, which was all positive. Okay, I can understand that because when she was like googling and searching for like gender things and questions about stuff, she came across Dark Angel, and again she looks at Dark Angels and thinks that's a man, and yet it's like Dark Angel was assigned female at birth, and she was like, wait, you can do that. And that was part of her journey into her transgender journey. And okay, so I can understand how she has a lot of positive feelings of positive association with Buck Angel, and probably why she doesn't want to like cancel Buck Angel or discount Buck Angel or think Buck Angel is a bad person. That's why she'll stand for Buck Angel. But like the worst part of it in that section is that like when she's trying to like research of how Buck Angel ousted Lynn Kioski, which is like I like to see the evidence for. I do trust the people that say that like that's what Buck Angel did. Hello, little T. Charlie. Glad that you were finally here to catch the stream. Yes, thank you. But like I would like to like see the proof as well that like Buck Angel out of the Lynchiancy. I'm not down that happened. I trust that did happen. However, she compares trying to find out the public information again, reported in like Rolling Stones, it was reported in like I guess tabloid media, so you can say it's that. But trying to find all those things, she equated that to stalking, and so she equated doing research to stalking. And then she also says, like, and you know what? The kind of people that do that, those are narco socialists, like Twitter or Twitter accounts with trans enemy avatars,
trenders.
Yes, and she says how can you tell that that's a trans anarcho socialist with an anime avatar and not a fascist? Again, she compared me again because like I'm a trans and narco socialist, and I have my anime avatar. So she's saying that how can I be a narco socialist, trans anime avatar, and or a fascist? How can you tell? Oh, hey, Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Right now we're going through the ContraPoints thing, so just let you know. But
I've only watched half, and I probably not going to watch the other half.
Because like I tweeted this out a couple of times. Jamie J has like made like a lot of posts about it and comments about it, and so that was one takeaway. She equated like her critics or her critics on Twitter to fascists, or makes the assumption that like how can you tell that those people are genuine and not just fascists in disguise, what cheap clothes and all, because anonymous. So that was one takeaway. Another takeaway, I think the big one that like Jamie J also like pointed out and found, and she took a clip of it and posted it onto like a Twitter, and this was like an hour and 11 minutes into the video where it's very tiring. So it's very tiring to talk about it, Phoenix. Yeah, so sorry about this, but like, but Contra said that like because she's so disillusioned with like the call culture and the council culture, or in Twitter. And I think she also like borrowed a lot of like concepts from like Peter Coffin as well. She doesn't say social capital, but yet she does like imply how listening to marginalized people or listening and believing victims can be twisted or weaponized by like opportunists as well. So there's again borrowing some Peter Coffin concepts. Cheater often, that Conky Beardo.
I'm back, and the first awful word I hear is Peter Coffin,
Yes.
which is even worse than Natalie Wynn.
Natalie Wynn has like said that like, well, there's utility to listen to believe and listening to marginalized people and importance in doing that. She is also implied in that video that can be weaponized in cancel culture. But and because she's so disillusioned with the social media vigilantism
Sorry for the ears.
no problem. Because she is so disillusioned with the vigilantism of social media callouts, she said this. She knows of a prominent figure in leftist spaces that she could absolutely hashtag me too.
Oh, yeah.
But she won't because she doesn't have faith in the social media callouts. So because of cancel culture, she is not outing someone that she could me too.
Well,
And
it's her choice to not do it, but her reasons are, I mean, she's trying to gain something from it. So, anyways, yeah. Honestly, she's tiring at this point. Her stands are tiring.
Oh God, yes.
On one of Steve Shive's posts, some guy talked about her, and we got to talk about it. So I explained to him what was a transmedicalist and all that. And there's one of Contrast fans who was like, how is she a transmedicalist, blah 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 blah. So she demanded from me that I give a reason and stuff, and I was tired, so I didn't at first, and then I did, and when I did, she blocked me. I mean, I don't care about I think everyone is free to block someone when you find someone annoying or someone who is wasting your time or whatever. Block away. I'm okay with that, but don't waste my time. If you don't want to, don't demand stuff from me. If you're going to block me, I mean, that's mean to make me lose precious spoons for nothing.
And that's kind of the point.
Garrett was here too, and he was very mean to her, so that lifted my spirits.
And so I've like seen, and why am I still in that Facebook group? I probably shouldn't be. But I've seen it like in other places, and I've like we mentioned, and like my brother kind of like said I was overacting earlier in the show to my post. But I've also seen someone who is a Facebook friend. I do like them. However, they said I'm going on ContraPoint. I'm full ContraPoints defense mode, and so then I was like, okay, I'm just going to be Is
it someone I know?
Do you know Larry Yellen MB?
No.
Okay, well, I name dropped him, so I think it's him or them. Larry and Yellen MB, the host of Human Horror News, the podcast.
Oh, Larry Yellington.
Yes.
He's a contrast, and well, to be fair, he's a liberal to the bone.
Yeah.
He's always on the shit takes.
Yeah.
I like him, don't get me wrong, but
yes.
I mean,
so I did just politely stated like, well, let me just like post my videos, which is covering like the old controversies.
Yeah, for real. How there are NBs who are stands of her. I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's very pretty.
I know, but after the bug angel thing.
there's some people don't know about Buck Angel, so and unfortunately, some people
Yes,
just
they do.
I
They
didn't.
do.
Well,
How
maybe now they do. Yeah, they all know. And I don't know how can someone not know about Buck Angel now if they're fans of Contra as well.
it's no one worth of your time and energy, Jordan.
For the podcast audience, Jordan Jumpy, one of our regular listeners, asked who is Lily Orchard. Lily Orchard is like a YouTuber that's, again, like Leto said, not worth our time. Phoenix has
Who's
made
arrived other than Jordan while I was making
Phoenix.
my hot
Phoenix?
beverage? Phoenix, hi babe.
Loti Charlie is also in the chat.
Oh, Charlie, hi.
Yes, yeah, good friend from Twitter, a good fellow.
Yeah,
Envy.
the only reason I don't follow them on Twitter is they have NSFW content, and I don't want to see that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I appreciate them.
I think the final, one of the final points I'll take, one of my final big takeaways from the canceling video that I'll mention is how, yeah, like I said last night, okay, I only got like 20 minutes or 25 minutes left of this video. I'm going to watch the rest of it. And it was just like, I had to pause it. She said that, like, why should I apologize to Twitter if they're not going to accept my apology? I might as well apologize to 4chan. That might have been a joke, but she did compare her critics on Twitter to pedos on 4chan.
I swear, since her video came out, I have rolled eyes and sighed more than I have
normal breathing
in months. I mean, that's how tired I am of her bullshit, and that's my privilege. I mean, I'm not trans, and most importantly, I'm not non-binary, so she can't hurt me. She just tires me at this point, and if she continues to hurt my friends, I'm going to go break her knees.
Yes, and like we said,
I'm not.
You're going to break her knees in a video game.
Oh, I should create her
in Minecraft.
In the Sims and burn her alive.
Oh, yes.
You can do awful stuff to Sims.
Yes, and let's not forget. She ended the video is like, well, that's it for here. Time, I have to make part 2. So there'll be a part 2 after 100 minutes.
Yeah, I know. The Curiosity was talking about it on Twitter. She made me laugh because she was desperate because she apparently she has to rewatch stuff a lot to process things, and I get it because I'm the same. I need to digest stuff, and and I was like, babe, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know how many hours of whining she had to go through, but
she was drinking throughout the whole video too.
Well, she was at least pretending to drink. I think that's her.
Oh no, she's not pretending. I've seen live streams of hers when I was still a fan with Lindsay Ellis, and they get drunk as fuck.
Yes, I have
stream, which is pretty funny when you like them.
Yeah, it's pretty funny when you like that. I have seen a stream that she has deleted where it was like her and Theron Meyer just like being totally drunk and having fun, and there was like someone who just like wanted to like kiss because they were close to it at several points. But recently I'm still subscribed to like ContraPoints' like live YouTube channel, and so she will occasionally, and it's like at least happened twice since the Buck Angel thing, done a live stream a random live stream, just like a surprise one, which she deletes afterwards because she puts music on there. And sometimes the stream gets like actually deleted and stopped because she was playing a music video for too long. And yeah, she gets drunk of those, drinking those like wine Kaluas, the like wine that's in like a can that she's drinking on the video.
And that's on these streams that she says the most damning things too, because people aren't getting mad out of tweets, just tweets. I mean, she has a history of being a shitty person, anyways.
It's like even though like she has that's right, and during the video she addressed all of the like problematic tweets that like was like the canceling before the Buck Angel canceling.
No, wait, did she address them, or did she just put them on screen and say like, this is not a thing?
She also said like, here's another tweet out of context, so the context removed again, which is, remember, it's a Jordan Peterson defense.
Yes, her fans sound like Jordan Peterson fans, and when you point it to them, they don't like it. But I mean, they do. Sorry, not sorry, they do.
No, I agree too. Vosh fans do that too. I would post like a 4-second clip of Vosh saying the N-word, and people would say, that's out of context. Well,
there's no context. You don't need context for that shit.
Yeah, and often when those people whine about context, I really like to know in which context what they say would be okay.
Yes, how does like a white dude like Vosh saying the N-word okay? Or him saying the T word, it rhymes with granny. Okay, yes, he's making fun of Blair White in this stream. How is that making it any better?
Why is he making fun of her? Because she's trans, or because she's a bigot?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think it was like in a toxic femininity stream he did.
Anyway.
But yeah, so Contra did address all of those tweets. And
and that fucker Peter Coffin tweeted about that fucking vampire castle again.
He will always bring up the
please,
vampire.
Can he die of polio already? Please.
No. No, but yeah, and that's right. There's one YouTuber on Twitter, but she already said that they were standing for Peter Coffin, and she speaks already. It's Matt Bender on Twitter or Matt Bender on YouTube. So I wasn't surprised that she again said, "Can we stop all of this cancel culture on Contra?" And then also, I should not be surprised, but there's another YouTuber who I did respect and still really liked his videos, but Radical Reviewer was always worked with Peter Coffin and probably did stand with Peter Coffin, so he was already on Radical Reviewer, the dog on the internet.
I have no idea what that is.
He does reviews. He's an anarchist, and his thing is that it's the dog talking.
Yes, it's the dog talking that does book reviews. He reviews anarchist literature, reviews books on his channel, Radical Reviewer, and it's the dog that's in the chair that's on the video all the time. The person themselves never.
It's a very cute dog.
It is a very cute dog. Yesterday or Thursday, he says that Contra points his comrade, Peter Coffin's a comrade, and she speaks to the comrade. Wasn't surprised about all those. Vosh is the comrade, and that's why
not.
Yes, so
Angie is kind of an anarchist. The other ones, they're not.
Agreed. Vosh says that he's a narco-syndicalist, I've been told, but yet he is for militarized borders, I've been told. That's a perfect reaction to hearing that a narco-syndicalist that is for militarized borders.
Well, I mean, the military would be another syndicate, so I mean, there you go. That's fine. You got to have something for them to do.
But borders as an anarchist? Oh.
Okay, you got to keep the brown people out somehow. I mean.
Yeah, Charlie is laughing also about anarchists for borders.
It is. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of people think they are anarchists because they don't know what that means, especially in the US. I'm sorry to throw shade again on your country, but
No. Our
you're
country
a
deserves
bunch
a lot
of
of shades.
uncultured assholes. So
Yes, we are.
Anarchists means criminals. Criminals and
Yes.
black people. Managed by the
Yes.
Jews.
yes, comrade, Bread Daddy would be very, very sad.
Which one is Bread Daddy? Is that Kropotkin?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, yes. As Kropotkin looks a lot like Santa Claus. We know.
Yes, I was about to
Yeah.
say leftist Santa Claus.
Yeah, it's the anarcho center.
Yes, he is. I prefer Kropotkin as
Yeah,
Santa as opposed to Karl Marx.
Charlie is on point.
Anarcho-Syndicalist.
They like the aesthetics of anarchism. It's edgy. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I mean,
So I
The
think-
U.S.
I
does
think-
not have any sort. I mean, we do have the DSA, but the DSA
But the
can't do much.
the DSA also does
what's
not.
the DSA? Oh, it's a union. Is that it?
No,
no,
Democratic Socialists of America. It's a political party.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No, they do. I'm not gonna. I am a member of the DSA. I do like get the reports and get.
Are
calls
they
for-
actual socialists or are
Mhm.
they soc dems?
I
Mostly social. The leftist podcasts I listen to very often tout the DSA, and the podcasts are definitely socialist. So,
Season the bitch.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And now my one problem with the DSA is like I think this is true. They do not bar cops from joining it. So that I'm not sure if they work with cops. That's different than like Extinction Rebellion, at least. But like they don't bar cops from joining the DSA, unlike the IWW that does bar cops. So that's one critique I have about DSA. Otherwise, actually, I'm a member of it, and I have not participated in the meetings or in the events, but like I have been, but I do receive calls, and I have like gone to like, and I see the mentions or the Facebook notifications for the events, and I'm interested in going to events. And I agree, Phoenix. Darkwing Duck is a non-fash Batman. Let's get dangerous. It's not
When
really
there's
an
W,
actual
call it
party,
W.
yeah.
Okay. You're weird.
Darkwing Duck is a cartoon, yes, and I just randomly got there because I saw Phoenix brought up Darkwing Duck, and I was like, yes, Darkwing Duck! I have a Sailor Moon hat on right now.
I know. I saw it.
It's now Skog asks in the live chat, is the DSA really a party, or is it a party like the GOP or the Democrats? It's really, there's not a political party. It's more just like a organization group, as it were. I mean, it does good work, but
They
Apparently
try to
they're
get people elected.
activists.
yes, yes,
but they're
exactly.
also activists.
Yes. Now they and the thing is like they will support certain candidates, but they don't always support a candidate. They're not going to always. They're not like going to pick a candidate that they're going to. Well, they will support a candidate if they like are like AOC, like Cortez,
Yeah.
who is one of the few people that's saying that we got to like bar like Trump's request to go to war in Iran. And I agree with the only people that says like no, was not do and this was stop the engagements with Iran, with military engagements with Iran. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got distracted. One of my friends posted a picture of her cat, and she has grown up as fuck. And in that picture, she is eating yarn. Well, not eating, but playing with the yarn that my friend uses to crochet. So that was an amazing picture. It was far more important than what you were saying.
Well,
Is it Alan Cummings?
Darkwing Duck. I don't know who voiced Darkwing Duck.
Because Alan Cummings.
Is-
Is it?
No, I think it would be
Alan?
Jim Cummings. Okay, I'm gonna like look this up.
Yeah, because Alan Cummings is gay as fuck, and I love him.
Yeah, I
Jim
do like
Cummings.
Alan Cummings. That's what I thought. Jim Cummings is the voice of
Winnie the Pooh.
and a whole bunch of other people. If you just look at Jim Cummings like IMDb, you're just going to see a lot of people that you recognize because
More than 400.
Yes, he's been in the industry for like over decades. He's done voice work in any video games, cartoons, all sorts of different things. He even like does. He would do singing for celebrities in some anime movies. Instead of Christopher Lloyd singing, is Jim Cummings singing as Christopher Lloyd, or like in Lion King, Jeremy Irons. Jeremy Irons lost his voice while trying to sing "Be Prepared." So for the rest of that song, they had Jim Cummings came in and sing as Jeremy Irons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so he's not a wholesome person. Unlike Alan Cummings, who is fucking amazing.
Well, I don't know if Jim Cummings is gay or not.
Phoenix just said that Jim Cummings beat his wife.
Oh, okay. So yes. And remember, people, just like with Contra and like all that things, don't have heroes. Just you don't get heroes a sandwich. Don't idolize.
Also, Alan Cummings isn't really gay; he's bi, which is better.
Okay.
In my opinion. But he's still gay as fuck. You know what I mean? As an umbrella term.
Yes. Gays and fabulous, gays and
I mean,
happy.
the gays I want to be the focal point of the LGBTQ. Well, we are going to use gay as the umbrella term, and that's all.
I was called honorary gay before I came out.
What?
I was called honorary gay. I was given that title before I later came that year.
I know, I did it.
Mm-hmm. and then when I came out as non-binary, you said you replied to that saying, "I knew you were gay."
Well, duh. I know of no cishet man who wears
leggings,
mermaid leggings.
Today's Sailor Moon, actually. I'm wearing my Sailor Moon leggings today. It's the same one I've showed before, so.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, but the mermaid ones will always be my favorite.
Yes.
One of the hyenas wasn't just coded as a black woman. It was played by Whoopi Goldberg.
Yes.
I don't remember.
Hyenas are fucking amazing, and I hate the Lion King.
The Lion King is really just like a furry version of like Hamlet, but it was borrowed heavily from Kimba the White Lion. Osamu Tezuka.
Hamlet, if he ate his citizen. Like the Lion King starts with a song where the king is teaching his son that they can eat their citizen. I mean, what the fuck? Why does anyone like that film?
Because it came out when they were kids during the golden age of
the Disney Renaissance.
Yes.
Yeah, I was already a teenager when I saw that, so the whole eat your citizens didn't sit very well with me.
And all the kids, it's just like they did not know that, just like know that went on. So it's just like, oh yeah, we just don't think about that, and it'd be fine. Oh, by the way, Jim Cummings voiced one of the other hyenas in The Lion King. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I still like Whoopi Goldberg.
I still like Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, she stand. What's his name? Mel Gibson.
Oh.
And I think she also supported.
She's pretty
Polanski.
awful, but she's also pretty awesome on other fronts. So like she has a whole line of products for menstruating people made with weed. And I don't know, she's wacky, you know, and I'm not a stand for any. I mean, she's not a good person, but she's funny.
Okay. We can still enjoy other people's works, even though we don't agree with them or who they stand for.
I mean,
Like the rich don't already eat people as eat the poor, as Marty Abernathy says in the live chat.
yeah,
Like,
so
Yeah,
I was
Disney is
trying-
totally in favor of modern feudalism.
I was trying to keep a thought, but
sorry.
well, speaking
Whoopi
about
Goldberg.
Disney, I finally saw Moana, and it's very good.
Oh, yeah.
I really liked it.
I need to. I want to rewatch it because, like, I did like it when I saw it. I thought it was solid, pretty good, and excellent. I enjoyed the villain, but then others. But then
And
it's
I like that. Fuck you. So the stream didn't hear that, so you don't know why I said fuck you. It's because John just sneezed very loudly in his mic. And
I aimed
he
away from the
muted it
mic.
for you, but not for us.
Well, I have 2 programs. I only had time for one.
Almost all the cast is played by people of color, mostly
Yes.
island people. So I find that to be pretty sensitive from Disney of all companies. It's good. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
And the movie was fun. But the reason I enjoy Pixar movies more than Disney's, even though they're the same, is because in Pixar movies there's no fucking songs.
Yes.
I really could do without the songs.
Yes, but Denny.
Whoopi is cooler than Ellen. Sorry, but no.
Yeah, but then again, Danny Osmond sang, "Let's get down to business, to defeat the
Huns."
And, but don't worry.
But it's in Mulan. It's not in Moana.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very sorry. I had the wrong movie in mind then.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were
by
talking
about
about
20
else.
years.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I have watched Mulan. I don't know how many times, and that's actually, I think, the only Disney with Frozen that I can stand the music.
Oh, okay.
Mulan.
But you were talking about Moana. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Moana.
I was talking about Moana. Yeah.
Yeah, Moana is like. Sorry about that, people. But no, I like both movies, and like Mulan is getting a live action remake this year without music.
Yeah,
just saw the trailers for it last night. I finally saw Star Wars.
Oh, we can talk about that. That'll be at least something positive.
No, you can't.
Oh, okay. No problem.
I thought it was okay, not phenomenal by any means.
Yeah, it's in the middle of
you can talk about nothing specifics. I mean, there are already big spoilers that have been. I don't really care, to be honest, but yeah.
Yes. But yeah, it's what's in the middle of the pack for me is like Star Wars movies. It's just like, don't love it, but don't absolutely hate it. I like it. That's it. Not as good as Last Jedi.
I know it's a big rollback from The Last Jedi, and The Last Jedi was amazing.
They
I know I'm not going to like it. So
they did a few retcons. They basically completely wrote out Rose.
I know there's a certain character that comes back in this movie, and honestly, it's stupid.
Yes.
And, I have questions for after the stream.
Sure. Okay, that's fine.
I so want to see Cats.
I probably should while it's still in theaters if there's a chance those.
I wish I would still do drugs though.
Okay.
I imagine that dropping some acid and then going to see Cats would be pretty phenomenal.
My friend Joanne went to see Cats, and she felt compelled to make a video in her car just after to ask why.
Okay, but the thing is, like, if I go see Cats, I have never seen the musical, so I would have no idea whatsoever.
I haven't seen it
No.
either, but apparently it's terrible.
Yes, that's what I
Everyone
heard.
is okay to say it's terrible, but it's terrible in a way that I'm pretty sure I'm going to love.
I mean, it was
Also,
As I
it's a
understand it, is a
musical.
complete train wreck.
It's a musical about cats. I don't give a shit. I'm going to watch that shit.
Phoenix has a good point. That movie ruined the perfect face of Idris Elba.
Not just his face, apparently. Have
Well,
you seen?
The thing is, like, that this movie is still in the theaters and it's already got patched. Yes.
I saw the funniest meme of 2019, and I need to find it back for you. So go on.
Well, yeah. So apparently, well, one thing is that, like, the movie was open in like 4th place on its opening weekend and only grossed 6 million, and budget was like a lot more than that. So bomb, obviously.
It's shit. Of course it is.
But because because of the people complain about the CG, they then touch up the CG. I don't know if people would have like the videos to compare it.
No,
so
apparently it's still shit.
Well, yeah,
CG.
it's still shit. But this is the first time where it's like a movie was released in theaters, and then they made an update while it's still in theaters. But it's possible because many movies are now just like digitally
completely
streamed,
digital.
and,
yeah.
Yes, and movies and projected completely digitally. I know that because like I kind of saw, I was like, oh wow, the theater's showing the proprietary system they used to be able to stream the Sailor Moon movies, and it looks like a satellite TV service. They were 40 minutes late on showing the Sailor Moon movie. But yeah.
Wait, there's a Sailor Moon movie?
No. Now, I've been told there's going to be a new one, so I have to because a friend of mine would love to see it, and she knows that I'm first on bowl with all this, so I have to watch.
Even with my opinion of anime, I'd watch it. So
yeah, so there's going to be since they're still making Sailor Moon Crystal, as far as I'm aware of, there's going to be a Sailor Moon Crystal movie at one point. But no, the Sailor Moon movies I saw was the Sailor Moon R movie, Sailor Moon S movie, and Sailor Moon Super S movie. And one time they did do a double feature of Sailor Moon R and Sailor Moon S, and they were 4 minutes late of showing the first movie. And so we were there for an extra 40 minutes. But we saw both of them. However, that caused the next showing to be late by 40 minutes. So as we walked out, a line of people were waiting to get in to see Toy Story 4, the next Pixar movie, on a Sunday.
I'm sorry, I'm not listening because I'm looking for that meme.
It's okay. I wasn't talking about anything important.
You were talking about different Sailor's Moon, and but completely lost. Just
different sailors.
Sailor's Moon.
No, sailors. They're not all moon.
Well, no, he was talking about different Sailor Moon shows.
Movies.
Oh.
So different Sailor's
Moon. Talking about the characters.
Yeah, I know there's Sailor Moon and Sailor Jupiter and Sailor Uranus and Sailor Saturn and Sailor. Yes. They're all just gay teenage girls or something.
Yeah.
So
I think they are not supposed to be teenagers, but
no. Well, when they transfer into Sailor soldiers, I don't know, maybe, but they're like, no, canonically, Yusuke is 14. They're in middle school, or in the last years of middle school, or going into high school, so they're 14 or 15.
Okay.
At least at the start of the first Sailor Moon show. So yes,
I'm nodding. I love because I don't have my camera on, but I'm nodding.
And for as far I know, the largest fan base for the Sailor Moon manga in Japan is adult men, because of course.
Yeah, just remember in Japan, I'm pretty sure the age of consent is 14. And And you
don't
can
know
make
if-
porn
I'm
starring.
not even sure if they have a concept of age of consent, to be honest. But
I have heard conflicting things about that, so I haven't seen anything concrete. I have heard 13.
13.
I have heard that they don't have age of consent. I also seen that like the age of consent for boys or males are 18, and then for girls it's 16. So it's like, but yeah.
I mean, the US marries 14-year-old girls, so
yes,
Oh,
it
yeah.
does. And federal judges or state judges will defend that. Yes, it's like yes,
because
that's
of your freedom of religion shit.
yes.
That
Because parents own their children and they're allowed to do what they want with them, including sell them
in
to
your
45-year-old
country, yes,
men.
not elsewhere.
No, it's God's will. God.
And
Jesus.
a secular country with a separation of church and state. But freedom of religion.
Yes. No, but I'm laughing because I'm looking for that meme and I found another one. Do you know who Chuck Tingle is?
Yep.
Oh.
So I found something related to cats with Chuck Tingle.
Oh, dear God.
Okay, it's
Eaten right by a saber-toothed cat. Cats the
Okay.
musical. I love the Chuck Tingles things.
Pounded in the butt by the concept of being pounded in the butt.
I'm glad we were able to have some levity in this, like in horrible times.
We owe it to cats, so
Yeah.
So why don't you have a cat, Jonathan?
I
That's
thought
not
you
a good
were
reason.
talking to me, and I was going to yell.
Yeah,
at
that's
you.
why I had to make it a point to clarify.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been a really dick question.
Yeah. I need to clean my room. I think that again is like for a lot of things in my life, like why don't I get a girlfriend? How come I don't have a cat? I feel like I should really clean my room before I do that. So I'm shielding myself from doing that by not doing something else.
Found it. Are you ready?
Yes.
Also, you need to share the Chuck Tingle meme.
Oh shit! I didn't. How do I share? Okay. Screen 2.
Don't
Or
worry,
you could
comrade,
just share a
iBot,
link in the
we love
chat.
dogs too on this show. I grew up
Okay.
with 2 dogs.
Ooh.
So, not knowing what a cat looks like, producer of cats, medieval painters. Wait for it.
Oh.
There's 13 images and it died, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is Dame fucking Judy Dent.
Oh God! Oh. Oh God!
I think the thing that fucks me up the worst, why did they keep their eyebrows? I don't get it.
God.
Cats have eyebrows. Oh, God.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. Well, they kind of do.
That, why did they do that to him?
Is that Ian McKellen?
That is
Yes.
Ian McKellen.
Okay.
He's an old man. He doesn't have to put up with that shit. And I mean,
Wow, that's not a what. That's not a cat. That's just that fur blob.
I mean, it's James Corden. It's
Mhm.
in
Doesn't look
But-
too different, actually.
Uh,
that Jennifer Hudson.
Those are human eyes.
So that's Rebel Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's in character for her, though.
Yes, it is.
And the cat looks like her so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing. And this made my life when was it? Oh God, it was the day before Merlin passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was welcome.
Mm-hmm. Gandalf
That-
the gender.
That first, when you're clicking the images and you are on Judi Dench, and then you go on that first fucking cat's face, the one with the bleb. I mean, I died. With Joanne, we laughed about it on Facebook for, I don't know, 15 minutes. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very happy with that find.
So, a possible topic of a conversation. I know I might be springing this on everyone, but like, we have. What do you think about stan culture? And you think there's like not enough criticism of stan culture?
Of what?
You know, stans as standards for like.
Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
fans.
Yes.
Super fans, toxic fans.
Yes.
No,
So-
it's not toxic fans only. Well, yeah, it is, but
there's been some
it
toxic
has
people.
become not that. It has become something else now, with people
Mhm.
saying I stan and
Mhm.
stuff like
Mhm.
that.
Going in full contra defense mode. Because Jamie has been receiving like abusive
I think
like,
the
messages.
issue is not fans and or stan culture, like you say, in general. The
Mhm.
issue is contrast fans and
Cult of personalities.
yeah,
Kill your heroes.
there's really a cult mindset.
Mm-hmm. I think actually that's what Jamie brought up in like some of her points of the video. I have to find it though.
Well, duh. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's right. She also brought up that like she was just talking to her fans about why she cast Buck Angel in the Oplinson video, and she called out that traitor that transcribed that part of the Patreon stream and posted for the internet to see. Apparently, according to others, she was also very drunk in that stream.
I mean, she's kind of an alcoholic, so
She has
Mhm.
talked about that. Yeah, I seen her talk about that candidly in other streams before she came out as a woman. When she was questioning her gender, she had her bouts with alcoholism or a substance or abuse of alcohol in that. She also
Mhm.
has like one of her old videos that I want her to like follow up on if she's interested or willing to.
yeah. But I mean, stop reveling in it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's like Gwen, you know.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Mm. Yeah.
Also, I disagree that all fans blow. You have never seen the fan base of Lizzo, for example. Lizzo is
Lizzo
hyper
blows.
positive, and her fans are just amazing.
Lizzo blows into a flute.
Yeah,
Yes,
does.
and she can twerk while doing that as well.
yeah.
And she's like, "Yes, I play the flute. I am such a nerd. What's the yes? I do that."
She is a nerd.
Mm-hmm. And that's that kind of shows how like the cult of those personalities can.
I mean, yeah,
Mhm.
the
can-
personality of the people you love says a lot about you. I mean,
Mm-hmm. And what kind
like,
of
see Terry Pratchett fans. I have never seen or met a Terry Pratchett fan who is shitty. I'm not saying that they don't exist. I have never met one.
Yeah, I haven't heard of any.
All people I know that are fans of Terry Pratchett are pretty much all pretty good people. So, and I think it's kind of logical.
mm-hmm.
If you're not shitty, you're not going to like shitty people.
Yeah, that's another thing, especially with also like with people who we choose to associate with, um
Mm-hmm.
like how like some people are thinking that June should be welcomed into the leftist
No.
spaces. No, I disagree. um I heard this like quote or paraphrase from the book The Way of Superior Man by David Data, that a great man surrounds himself with other great people. It does sound elitist to like state that, but
Mhm.
the people who you associate with does say something
Yeah,
about your character. I think there's
yeah.
some truth to
I
that.
think it's true. But James in the chat has something interesting to say about it, about stan culture.
Mhm.
I don't think stan culture is anarchist. It's a concept of idol worship which creates hierarchies people outside of the group are expected to respect. And I agree with that.
Mhm.
That being
Yep.
said, I'm a fangirl to the bone, so that's how it is. I
Yeah, I mean it's like
well, not in the sense I have never not killed my heroes.
right.
That's
Mhm.
the moment I hear someone I like has done something shitty and he's unapologetic about it, they're dead to me.
Yes.
So that I am not fan culture stuff, but I am a fangirl. I'm
Mhm.
very enthusiastic about stuff and people, let's say.
I mean, I cannot deny I'm not a fan as well, because I choose to buy these things to wear it literally on my sleeves. And but yet, but I'm not like so devoted to like what I love and the creators that create the things that I love that I will stand for them and go in full defense mode if they've done something shitty. No, I will just like say, okay, that's a shitty thing that that person did, and that can affect my enjoyment of like something or not. And
Yeah. Hi, Josh Redon.
Hello.
Can
yeah,
can you can you feel my pain or no?
yeah, Josh Whedon. So many people thought he was so more progressive than he actually was. Uh,
David is punning. It's bad.
It's
You are
always bad.
warned. I'm not reading that out loud. I have pride.
uh, okay, James also said in the live chat, "Sand cultures, as we're using it, includes harassment of people who criticize the figures being standard by definition in this conversation context." Question marks. My bad.
Mm.
They have both question marks actually. Both are questions. The stand culture, as we're using, it includes harassment of people who criticize the figure being stand by definition in this context. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do think so. That's
Yeah, because Jonathan was talking about it, referring to what happened to Jamie, right?
yes,
Mhm.
exactly. Because
Our
Jamie's
friend Jamie was dogpiled by Contra's cult.
Yes.
Yep, I've seen her tweets of where she mentioned what I mentioned of like Contra not outing someone.
Molino, Comrade Ibot, Molino, like the asshole cultist from the far right. It's the
Mm,
same name.
ah,
Melanoics.
mm,
Mullen, yikes.
Colin, yikes.
Because he has a lot of very yikes takes because he is a white supremacist
Oh,
cult leader.
David is on a stroll with bad puns related to the word fan.
It's yes, David Scoggs, end of the live chat. It is not fanny to you.
No. Do not read it out loud.
But we have a podcast audience. No, wait, not at this point. Now it's
No,
Yes,
I
but-
finished the record.
The people who listen to the podcast don't deserve to be put through that.
Well, we finished the record, so it's only the video now. So if they want, they can read it themselves.
Yes.
We don't need to
All
worry
right.
about that.
I need to check the clocks more so to know that like I'm still recording the podcast, or are we now just do the live stream? Live stream. I don't know.
Yeah, Comrade, Fable was one of the games that really made me love video games.
Yeah.
Along with Planescape Torment and
Torment was
Knights
amazing.
of the Old Republic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember actually like one of the old PC game that I loved playing. I was like, oh man, I forgot the name of it. But you just fly around on a carpet essentially, and
That
Bullcraft.
wasn't that kind of funny, David. And you know it.
Yes. Well, yes. We should not encourage him.
Which one is it? It's not a third, it's the other one. Well, in one of the latest Pratchett books, there's a boat that's named the Big Fanny.
Oh,
It's the one with
yes,
the goblins.
the one with the goblins. Can't remember the name.
I want to say Snatch, but it's not that.
No.
It's something like that.
Snuff.
Snuff.
Yes.
Thank you.
And you're thinking snatch because that's also a word for vagina.
Really?
Yep.
That's ew.
Snatch is a word for vagina, just like fanny is a word for vagina.
That's not as cute as Fanny.
No.
Trying to think of like some good news or anything. I remember there's still protests happening in India. I think over their own version of Muslim ban.
Oh, in France too. There's protest still.
Oh, that's
going
right.
on.
The general strike's still going on in France.
Yep, it's the longer we have had since the 1930s.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Keep on breaking.
so you're up to what? More than 30 days now, yeah? Almost 40?
Yes. Maybe we have broken the 1930s record then.
Okay. Yeah, because like
That's the situation is not ideal though. But
According to BBC, 2 days ago it was on its 29th day, making it the 31st day today.
oh, okay. So we're not there yet.
okay, the tiny bit of news.
But still.
Julian Castro dropped out of the presidential race for 2020. He was
Yeah, I saw.
The former secretary, I forgot his credentials. He was part of Obama's cabinet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Secretary of Housing, Urban and Development in Obama's administration, as well as done other things.
Comrade Taibot is saying stuff in the chat I don't understand. What is PDX?
PDX is Portland. So Portland is hosting a gathering at anti-fascist organizations tomorrow called Behind the Ballot.
Yeah, you won't see me there. I'm afraid I can't make it.
If you got onto a plane now, You
that's
might
right.
be able to
There's
make
like,
it in time for that.
I think there's been also.
Do
That's
you
right.
pay for the plane? Because
That's right. We don't have free movement of people yet because like you still have to like pay to like go anywhere.
yeah, also going to the US from France is just ridiculous. Like it's less expensive to go to another European country like Germany and go to the US from there.
Where have I never seen this from? Because I think that like also there's like protests going on in major cities like this weekend over the like airstrike situation against Iran. They don't. Many people, of course, don't want escalation to like of conflict in Iran.
I mean, yeah. Apart from the oil companies, who does?
Private military contractors.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I saw in like my Facebook feed.
That's something that doesn't exist here, and I will never understand that.
Yes, as U.S. armed companies are seeing the rise of stock prices soar after Trump ordered the assassination of the Iran commander. It's almost like capitalism does well whenever it's building something. It doesn't matter what's it's building, so long as it's building something, even machines and devices and things to kill other people or blow up other stuff. So yeah.
I still don't understand what Comrade Ivan is on about. I think it's on me, but who's in DC?
Phoenix?
I don't know. Anyway.
Comrade, you're breaking my brain.
Yeah, just going through my Facebook posts, and yeah, Amazon threatens to fire employees who speak out on climate change. Lex Luthor doing his Lex Luthor thing.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's just a caricature, so a not funny one.
Yeah, at what point do we actually? At what point are we going to go back through all of like Captain Planet and just think of like, okay, I know that billionaire, I know that billionaire, I know that billionaire, because every single villain in the Captain Planet movie or episode is pretty much like a billionaire that make profits off of like pollution. Now that's happening.
Yep.
I think even like Google and like Amazon are like now becoming oil companies essentially, or at least have parts of it being oil companies.
Well, aren't we supposed to talk about cool stuff? Because we're back, right back into the depressing right now.
I should not look up to Mark C now. There was like one good story I wanted to like see since it is a new year. Oh, that's a topic. Is it a new decade or is this the last year of the current decade?
Okay.
Yes.
Hear me out on that, and it's very important. I don't give a fuck.
That's fair.
I suspected that's what you were going to say.
I don't understand why anyone gives a fuck.
Because I like math, and math says that like you don't start counting until there's one of something. At least that's my logic.
We started at the year one. There is no year zero.
The Arabs invented the zero. That's not true.
Yeah, true. That's fair. You just never had the year zero before that.
Yeah, but there is no year zero. The decades started counting at one, therefore blah 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 blah. But who gives a fuck?
Yeah, that's fair. It's not something I feel is important. Yeah, I brought it up. But
that was something that autistic me cared about in high school, and not now.
Garrett was very passionate about it, though.
Yes.
When he said that was bullshit, and I often forget that he studied history, and historians don't see the world like other people do. They're weird. They're not. And So they're passionate about stuff that most people don't give a shit about.
And I'm not going to knock him for that either, because I can
Oh
be passionate.
no, and me neither. But I don't know. That was funny to see him like blah 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 blah. It's okay, babe. It's just nobody cares.
Yeah, I was just like, fine. Yes, the 1990s started. 1990 was part of the 90s. I would say it's part of the 80s, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So, and any like entertainment or anything that like you? Oh, like it's a New Year. So, did you do anything on New Year's, or did you do anything for New Year's revolutions or anything like that?
I was playing video games and watching the TVs.
I ate pasta with cheese and I went to bed at 8 p.m.
Yeah, but you're super old.
No, I'm not.
You're the old one, though.
Yes, but that has nothing to do with age.
True. I went to work on New Year's Eve because I had to finish up inventory, and I did. And New Year's, I just played Mario Kart with my brothers for a little bit, and then that was it. And I didn't even go out to like celebrate on New Year's Eve. I just like there was a chance to, because I had a friend that was at the Seattle Center, and she had a great time because she built a robot, took a video of it, posted it on Facebook, and
Cool.
yeah, that is cool. That is cool to see. And she also at New Year's Eve in Seattle Center, they opened up the planetarium, and I would love to like.
Shut
go
up,
see-
David. He's saying historians.
We're not
are
essentialists
the
here on
only
what
true
is people. We're
So-
not
The only
essentialists
real
on
people are cats.
Yeah.
I mean, the movie Cats. Those are the only real people.
No, I don't agree.
I mean, like I will do my fair share of gatekeeping and purity tests, but I'm not going to purity test on who is people. Who are people? No.
Yeah, no. I'd argue cats are people, but
I
I
would
know
agree with
I
that.
know I'm wrong, but I don't give a shit, you know.
Yes. Well, I wasn't going to fight you on that. I was like, cats are people too. So, yes.
Nah, people are human, but
Yeah.
cats are sometimes more human than humans. So they're so fucking weirdos.
More human than human.
now
Not
the song.
more, because they're
But unfortunately, that song, the White Zombie song, is now in my head.
Yep. And that's also what I thought of, which is why I looked it up and just posted a link to it.
I have no
And-
idea what you're talking about. But
More
It's
human
it's-
than human. More human
song
than
from
yes,
human.
1999.
Nazis are people. They are shit people.
And there are people who
Which-
deserve to get the shit kicked out of them.
Yeah.
Yes. Punch Nazis people, it only costs $1. Yes. Old people should punch Nazis. And actually, someone shared
Including
like
Nazis.
yes.
Okay. I don't know that song, so
Yes.
I'm safe.
Yeah. It's an alternative rock song from 1994 by White Zombie. Lead singer is Rob Zombie.
Oh, okay. I know
Mhm.
who that is.
Yes.
He's the guy who made the terrible movie House of a Thousand Corpses.
I thought that movie was okay, and I also saw Devil's
No,
Rejects.
it's not.
I'm not saying it's a good movie. I'm not going to say.
Even Rob Zombie doesn't think it was a good movie.
There's that.
It's just
I did see Devil's Rejects, though, the sequel to it. So
The
thought it was okay.
titles. I mean,
Canine and feline rights, according to Mithril. Well, I'm not going to like perpetuate species. So like, friends, not food.
Mhm.
who? What?
Friends, not food is a quote from Finding Nemo.
I
Fish are
know.
friends, not food.
I know.
It's a movie starring. I'll stop.
And I'm reminded of the Nirvana song, "Something in the Way."
I like
where he
that
says
song a
it's
lot.
okay to eat fish because they don't have any feelings.
Some fish have
Something in
feelings.
the way. Ooh.
I always I like that song, but that song never gets played on the radio. So it's
I
just was
love that song. There was what's his name? Tricky did a cover of that song.
oh, interesting. All pets are people. That
Yeah.
is a statement endorsed by social justice alchemy. All pets are people.
Yeah, I don't know about that. We had chicken pets, and I guarantee you, chickens are not people, they're dinosaurs, and they know it. They remember they once were velociraptors, okay?
Yes. So that's why I saw a meme of a tiny little chick just like standing up and with her mouth open, and then the caption of like, "Hear me roar!"
Yeah. That's a Katy Perry song. Or Taylor Swift. I never know which is what. I know how to differentiate them physically, but
But musically, yeah,
no, nope. I don't. Not that I care that much, but
yeah, they're both they're both white women that make pop songs. I don't mind our pop
I
songs.
mean, Billie Eilish is a white woman that makes pop songs, but I mean, you can tell her apart from basically anybody. Making pop songs isn't an excuse to make soup.
But Billie Eilish doesn't know who Van Halen is, which is only a problem for Gen Xers.
What? Who cares?
Because Billie Eilish was interviewed by Jimmy Kimmel, and Jimmy Kimmel was like, "What? You don't know who Van Halen is? Oh,
she's not even 18.
But you were in the music industry. You don't know about Van Halen? They were big in the 80s, and that's it. I'm not dissing them.
I mean, not to throw shade, but if your peak reference is Van Halen, I have issues with Jimmy Kimmel. I find him obnoxious.
Yes.
He invites from time to time a dude who brings animals on set. And he always cuts him. He never listens what he has to say about the animals. I mean, first of all, I don't like when animals are forced to be on stage in public.
Yeah.
Well, the guy, it looks like he knows what he's doing, and the animals get lots of treats when they go on stage. So they're not sad, you know, but
right.
If they have to go through that, at least listen what the guy has to say. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah. David, I'm not talking to you anymore, ever.
Maybe oh, and I'm looking forward to the day when we finally have David Skugg on The Voice, so that we can hear him say things like Van Halen.
No,
that doesn't work as well in spoken because it's too much.
Also, he probably has an accent where Van Halen sounds like Van Halen.
I'm going to assume that Skugg sounds like the
because
Swedish
I'm pretty
chef.
sure he speaks English better than me, so.
But I'm going to assume he sounds like the Swedish chef, and never invited him on.
Usually do.
I think they start pretty young in the Nordic countries teaching their kids English, if I remember correctly. I could be correct on that.
He says, you know, that's how it's pronounced in the original Dutch. Yeah, that's probably how it's pronounced in the original Dutch, to be fair.
Van Halen, how are you? I am
Van
lead
Halen.
singer. Van Halen.
Wait, are you from Sweden or from Norway?
I think he's from Finland.
No.
No.
I'm pretty sure he's not from Finland.
No, David Scott said he is from Sweden. He's talking
Sweden.
about yes, Sweden. You know what? I
Oh,
forgot
for fuck's sake. Okay, I'm not reading the chat anymore, and it's David's fault. Okay.
I just randomly remember yesterday video premiered from the channel Dumpster Flower that did feature my voice because he asked me to read a quote from John Stuart Mill. And so yes.
Who are they?
Dumpster Flower?
YouTuber.
Yes.
A YouTuber.
Not John Stuart Mill. I know who that is.
Dumpster Flower is a YouTuber from the UK that is a philosophy major that dropped out of grad school because he couldn't afford it. But he's also an anarchist. He's red and black anarchist as well, and he's done philosophy videos and he's done really good well-sourced essays.
Red and black anarchist. Is there any other kind?
Green and black.
No, they're red.
There's yellow and black.
No.
Those are not anarchists. There's white and black as anarcho-pacifists.
Yeah, but
they're also red and black.
Yeah.
I see your point. What about mutualists?
Orange and black, yeah, mutualists aren't exactly commies, are they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes,
they are. Just because they are for markets and currencies doesn't mean that, they're kind of red too.
Yes, I agree. I mean, that's why it's orange. It's sort of red. And then it's then there's purple and black. That's just anarcho-feminists, but they're also commies.
They are fucking red.
Yes, and pink and black, queer anarchists, but they're also commies too.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen the sticker I've put on the discussions about unions on my wall on Facebook?
I have not.
With the anarchist cat.
I think
the CNT sticker.
Oh yes, I did check actually.
It's a workers' union.
Mm-hmm. There's no CNT in my area.
No, there's only in France.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
No, we love commies. We're hating on not commies.
Yes. And basically,
and when we say commies, we refer to actual commies, not tankies.
Yes.
Fan tankies. I'm just
what?
David told us that fan means fuck in Swedish. So fan tankies.
I don't know. I'm not reading the chat anymore because of him. What was I looking for? Oh, the CNT sticker.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a workers' union, and the sticker is the black.
Coalition Nationale des Travailleurs.
Yes.
I speak French well enough that I can guess. Syndicalist.
Well, about that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
National Workers Coalition. Booyah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And their sticker is the red and black flag with the anarchist black cat.
Yes.
So that's cool.
Okay, since Julie's not reading the chat, Comrade Ibot in asterisk, so this is action, scoots his MLM meme page behind him.
Was Lenin a tanky?
No, Lenin was not a tanky. Lenin was not a Leninist, according to an Anarcho-Pack.
Well, Lenin was a cunt, so.
Yeah, I'm not going to deny that. me personally, I don't have any major problems with like Marxist-Leninists or Marxist-Leninist Maoists or Maoists.
They're donkeys.
It's a case for me. It's a case-by-case basis.
Yeah, not me.
It's-
Generally, they're huge USSR stands, and
yeah, if they're huge USSR stands and like
I mean, the USSR was bad, and there's no way around it.
yes, and if they're big stands for like Joseph Stalin, no, I'm not cool.
If you have to put disabled folks in gulags because they're not productive, something isn't working in your system. I'm sorry,
Yes.
but
yes, yeah, I'm not in favor of that. No way.
also, as discussed with Swansea and Cornelis the other
Mhm.
time, I
Mhm.
have friends that have families from East Germany. So,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not big on state capitalism.
Yeah, I'm not big on state capitalism either. Yeah, Anarcho-Pet said on Twitter one time, which I did also screenshot and shared on Facebook. State socialism is a
Transitional.
transitional. Yes, thank you. State socialism is a transitional period from capitalism to capitalism.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Lenin didn't know that his experiment was bound to fail because nobody had tried it yet, I don't think. But still, it failed.
It's not surprising at all, David. Strasserites are never far behind.
Not familiar with like.
They're red fascists.
Okay, yeah.
Nazbols.
Oh yes, I'm familiar with. I heard about Nazbols and yeah,
Okay, it's short for Native Bolshevik.
Yes.
Mhm.
Which is, I mean, let's not go there, but Garrett would have a heart attack.
Yes, that's totally fair. And I thought you weren't reading the live chat, Julie.
I was just being an ass to David.
Which is very appropriate, and David deserves that.
Of course he does.
He absolutely does.
He almost relishes being an ass.
Almost?
Almost.
Almost?
Yeah, you can talk, John.
Set a thief to catch a thief. I'm going to stand by it.
Takes one to know one.
You do play a rogue. You no longer play a rogue. You used to play a rogue, but I'm referencing Dungeons and Debacles.
Oh, I haven't listened to the show in a while. What do you play now?
Monk.
Okay, really?
So
yes, I have been like re-listening to like
nice.
Yeah, the monks are really powerful. It's like a lot of movements and like they can
attack two-handed. I love because it's the Shaolin monks. It's not the cleric. It's the they are mean motherfuckers. Oh, so you play 3.5 rules?
No,
no. 5th edition.
Yeah.
Oh, the monks are back in the 5th edition?
Yep.
Nice, because they weren't in the 4th.
Yeah, I think they saved them and added them later in 4th edition. But no, they were there from the beginning in 5th.
Comrade Ibot said that monks are broken. We have a house ban on them.
Yeah, I don't know how they are in the 5th edition, but in 3.5 they were pretty cheated. But...
They are super duper fast. They get 2 attacks per round.
Excuse me.
They can get bonus attacks. Basically,
no class is broken if your dice throw is rotten. It's rotten.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you can basically get up to like 4 attacks per turn, which means.
Yeah, but if you miss 4 times, you miss 4 times.
Well, the thing is, if you set up flanking, that gives you advantage, which makes it really hard to miss. It makes it a lot easier to get crits.
I'd really love to play on 5th edition. I haven't yet. Last time I played was on 4th. And I read a little. I have the manual for 5th edition, and I'd really like to play. But I'd need friends to play. And no, but for real, I have no friends in my area. I mean, it's really pathetic. All my friends are 1,000 miles away. Well,
that's true for a lot of
hundreds,
people, honestly.
because I have friends in Europe. But I mean, if I have to go in the UK or in Germany to see my friends, the train is fast, but it's expensive as fuck.
Okay, no build is broken. 3.5 was broken.
Yeah, 3.5 is broken. I agree.
I've not heard of like a Starfinder, so that's kind of interesting. No Pathfinder, but like I know of GURPS, and I did play Traveler actually.
I played a Magus like last time I played Pathfinder, but I really dislike it's the same rules as D&D 3.5, and I really dislike those rules.
They built it for min-maxers, basically.
What?
3.5 was built for min-maxers. Munchkins.
Yeah.
People who want to build broken builds.
Yeah. Oh, we call them the gros billes in French. The big bills. Like the name Bill. I don't know why.
Because it's very American?
No, I don't think so. Maybe it's a character from a graphic novel. That's possible. I don't know. Yeah, Pathfinder in 2019, well, 2020 now. Yeah. Play 5th edition. You can find a PDF online.
I can give you links.
Shh.
I mean, I can't give you links. That would be wrong. Download support artists. Yeah.
Mithril, yeah. You date yourself. I'm way too young for 2nd edition.
But we don't shame people for how old they are.
No, I didn't shame Mithril for how old they were.
Oh, so there's going to be an RPG in which you get to play as a white supremacist?
So you're an old nerd, Mithril, so I'm going to say your pronouns are he. Is, because...
I thought we liked the mystery. That's right. We still like the mystery of not knowing like Mithro's
No,
gender.
I don't like. I want to know, but they don't want to say. So
That's fine.
I'm trying to trick them.
That's right. Well,
I don't think though there are a lot of 50+ women who play D&D.
That's just because you conform to stereotypes, Vash.
Well,
that's me conforming to stereotypes. That's totally me.
But also, I think that like other women have like a express like the dude bro like kind of atmosphere at certain games in certain places and like D&D circles. I think
even with my friends, I hate it because I'm the only woman, and they can be oblivious sometimes.
Yes.
Also, they're not very woke, you know.
Yeah.
My D&D friends. So, but
again, conforming to stereotypes.
When I was younger and I was LARPing, it was pretty awful.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Especially, I was LARPing Vampire the Masquerade, and I was playing an NPC, so I was pretty sexy, you know. And the number of guys, even in Vampire, which is a pretty queer community,
I can imagine.
They feel pretty entitled to touch you.
Of course they do. This also reminds me.
Granted, I was half naked, but still, that's no reason. I loved doing that though.
Mhm.
I was a goth at the time, and it was the only time I could really put my long dresses with corsets and all that,
Yeah, but I
with the
think that.
boobs out,
Mhm.
so to speak. Not really, but
Yeah.
the corset boobs.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I bet that's why like that kind of like its sense of entitlement in like dudes is probably why like many conventions have to have like make the rules of like cosplay does not equal consent, and you have to like
The
ask for
top
photos.
half, David. I know, James. It's really not.
Exactly.
I was joking about myself being in corsets with corset boobs.
Uh,
I was young and hot and
mhm,
thin and young. Did I
mhm.
say young
Yes,
already?
you did.
And very young.
It
Well,
was
not very young. I was over 18.
right. But yeah, but that's why it's like for like convention rules that it make like listen, cosplay does not equal consent. I'm wearing this cosplay because I like this character, not because you can take photos of me or touch me or anything like that.
Mhm.
And well, imagine when you're LARPing, there's even less rules than in conventions because
Yep.
not because they're worse, the people, but I don't. It's complicated to regulate.
Mhm.
People seldom break character for one, which is
Mhm.
annoying as fuck because I'm not the kind of people who likes to like, be in character at all, even when I play. So
Mhm.
I liked LARPing Vampire because I didn't have to be in some kind of weird character. Vampire is a contemporary game, so you can be yourself,
Mhm.
basically. And I was an edgy goth girl, so that was on point with the character. Fuck you, David. Really. I
Yeah.
kind of like Jung. The guy was completely bonkers. No, for real.
Oh, he
Yeah.
absolutely was.
He believed in astrology, and
Mhm.
that's some stuff I learned when I was myself into astrology. And he made,
He's the inspiration for Jordan Peterson. So
Yes.
well, no, because no, he, he, he wasn't a douche. Like Peterson is Freud.
Yeah.
Or
Peterson's thing about
like I call
archetypes
him
is pure Jung.
Freud.
Peterson's thing about archetypes is pure Jung.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's the thing. The Jung's archetypes are half driven by his belief in astrology, if you can believe
Mhm.
it.
I can believe it. Yes.
The guy was fucking bonkers, but
Yep.
like bonkers cool, not bonkers creepy like Freud. Like, yeah, David, I agree. Jung and Freud were different kind of bonkers.
Yep.
Freud was a fucking asshole.
Mm-hmm. Always thinks that people are having sex with want to have sex with their mother.
Jung was a jolly motherfucker, if I say so. Well, he famously said something like, show me a sane man and I'll cure him for you, or something like that. I like Jung.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Freudians today
Bye
honestly
bye,
believe that.
James.
Bye, James.
They're just taking a break.
Thank
Yep.
you for coming to listen
Yep.
listen to us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to make sentences anymore, apparently.
That's okay.
I never know where to put the eng at the end. ing. But I don't know how to pronounce English either.
We don't either.
ing.
Here's a word
just-
for you. I'm typing it in the chat. It'll probably be very difficult for you. There, just added it.
Fang. I don't know what accent that was, but that was
Very
something.
southern.
Yeah, very southern.
Oh, really?
Thang. Yep.
Cool.
Dang.
Yeah.
So, I actually found some good news since the new year. That's when like new laws are enacted, and as reported by Democracy Now, California has become the first state in the country to explicitly ban discrimination against people based on their natural hair.
Oh,
Yes, the
fucking
Crown.
finally, we're in 2020.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the Crown Act now makes it illegal for employers or school officials to impose dress code or policies that ban afros, braids, locks, or other hairstyles.
David just called me ungrateful, I think.
Yes, he called you an ingrate.
That's the word in French.
Mm-hmm.
Well, an ingrate is a person who is ungrateful. Yeah.
Yeah, in French too.
Yep.
Well, if it's a girl, because if it's a guy, it's ingrat. There's no E at the end, and you don't pronounce the T. Because my language makes sense.
Oh, other good news. Illinois marijuana is now legal in Illinois.
Recreational?
Yep.
That's yeah. It just says full. It just marijuana's legal now, so it's just like everything. I bet, and like that's where Chicago is. So yeah.
Yeah. In France, we're still waiting for medical marijuana to be legal. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's like medical marijuana has been legal in Washington State since I was in high school. So like,
so 5 years.
It's federally legal, isn't it?
It's illegal. The federal government has a complicated relationship.
Yeah, which is why
even the medicinal one.
I think so. Yeah.
Let's see. Not sure.
Your country is weird.
Yes, it is.
I mean, if it's legal in all states.
It's not legal in every state for medical.
Oh.
In a lot of states, more and more states are legalizing it for recreational.
No, but I'm not saying recreational. I'm saying medical.
Yeah, I don't know. I bet there are still some states that do ban medical marijuana still.
I thought it was legal in
South Dakota, Nebraska, and Idaho.
So those are the 3 states that still have it banned completely, right?
Aren't those the states where there are more cows than people?
No, Idaho is known for its potatoes, not its cows.
Yeah, right. But it's a red state.
No, that wasn't what I meant.
It's a Boise.
But yes, they are they're western farm states. They're flyover states.
Yeah,
yes.
I meant they are peasants.
There's a lot of like empty spaces in there. Yeah, a lot more rural states than like
that's what I meant.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there you go. So it's like the federal rules on like marijuana. It's like they really don't have laws. They have some.
Yeah, David, I think it's illegal at the EU level. So
okay, yeah,
I'm not sure about that though, because honestly, I'm not into it, so I haven't checked.
Mm-hmm. Potatoes on Pod would be a pretty good band name, yes. What kind of that would be like surf rock, I would think. Potatoes on Pod.
Why would it be a good band name?
It's kind of rolls off the tongue. And sometimes you really just have to find the band name and something like that, because sometimes it's just like, hey, let's call it this name. No, wait, that's too similar to this other band. Oh, okay, then let's call ourselves something else.
Oh, by the way, it's completely unrelated, but I realized I haven't explained why I was slightly late. So some artists have re-recorded some of their songs for The Sims in Simlish, the gibberish language. And I discovered that Depeche Mode did. So I was listening to Depeche Mode singing in Simlish.
Oh,
That'll be interesting.
It's amazing. So yeah, I was listening to that. I forgot myself a little. That was so fucking cool.
Yep.
I'm going to put it in the chat because it's very funny.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're all for we all welcome like appropriate liberty for like, especially since like this is the start of 2020. It's going to be a long year no matter
Especially
what.
since the song the singing Simlish is Suffer Well.
not familiar with that one. I'm not familiar with Depeche Mode. I know of Personal Jesus.
I am very familiar with Depeche Mode, which is because they're not the only ones. There are a lot of artists that have done so, but I mean this one I'm a fan. So there's Lily Allen, Katy Perry, and I have completely unrelated recommendations from other stuff I watch. I hate YouTube.
Yeah. What's
I clicked on the Simlish stuff, asshole.
okay? At least my recommendations is like pretty good. Actually, is related to like other stuff that I've watched in other places. It's only when
the
you
chat
like
is
scroll.
on fire.
Coming up with band names, things on different drugs.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's funny because Suffer Well it's a pretty dark song. Okay, so if you have already heard Simlish, you know why it's funny.
Oh, we're just like coming up with band names in the live chat, aren't we?
Mm-hmm. It's a very simple formula. A thing on a drug, make it alliterative.
So, there's anything else that we want to talk about? Because I gone through all of my stuff.
So 10, Katy Perry, Lily, Katy actually, there's no H in her name. Lily Allen, Kimbra, Nelly Furtado, Matt and Kim, Carly Rae Jepsen. Oh, please make it be the song.
Call me maybe.
I want to hear that in Simlish. Please.
Okay. I think I will tolerate it in like a Simlish. I don't like that song, and it's like when it's like super popular, it's just like.
Oh no, it's not that song.
Okay.
It's Run Away With Me. There's Tori Kelly, but I don't know who that is. Pixie Lott, Jessica Mowboy, I don't know who that is. And My Chemical Romance, Simlish. And so, yeah, Depeche Mode. And I know that in game, I already heard, yeah, I'm walking on sunshine, but in Simlish.
Okay, so it was like
French on Fire, that's me.
Yeah.
Mithril is genius. Skunks on skunk.
So now you're finally reading the live chat. No, I already teased you about that before, so.
It's pretty funny with animals, actually. Well, French on Fire is cool, but we are on fire these days, though.
Yeah, well, it's Tuesday, and so you're rioting.
I'm not.
Well, France is rioting.
Yeah, no, that's not what I was going to say. I'm not, but I forgot what I was going to say. Yes, I'm not one to say good things about my country and my countrymen, but I have to say I'm feeling a tingling of not patriotism, but I don't know, national pride,
Cultural pride.
kinda.
White pride.
No.
Got to celebrate that European culture.
It's not European. It's typically French.
Mm-hmm.
And
The
therefore
other ones
Roman.
aren't doing it. Which, how is Italy not doing it? With the government they have, really?
It's I don't know what's happening in like Italy because like it has
Well,
to
they
show.
have an actual fascist government,
Okay.
and I mean actual like Brazil,
Okay, I can believe
like
that. Yeah.
fascist, like what's his name, Mussolini.
Yeah, going is the new government trying to make Italy great again?
I don't know. I don't speak Italian. I'm half Italian and I don't know how to speak Italian. I hate that language.
It's so different from French.
That's the thing. It sounds too much like French, but not enough. You know what I mean? I can go with Spanish because there are some Arabic roots that makes it different enough. The Italian is, and there are sounds I don't like the glee and the z. I don't know.
You're just racist. We get it.
Yes. I kind of don't like Italians, but it's more of a, I don't know, of a remnants from the war, and my Italian family side are assholes.
Mm.
Yes, give me money too. That's my PayPal in the description. I mean, I'm better than I was last time, but a dying kitty and then a dead kitty costs money.
Yep, sadly. But like you did make Merlin into a sim cat in your Sims.
Yeah, it's still a kitten though, so it doesn't look like Merlin yet.
Mm-hmm.
But when I created it, it was adult. So
hello, new viewer. We're doing all right now.
Hello, Cassiopeia. Pia.
Because we talk a lot, and we're now at the portion.
Hello, Greek mythological character.
We're at the portion of the live stream where we're just like, now it's just like sitting here rambling, thinking of things to say, saying whatever comes to our heads.
Yeah, honestly, we could stop now, but we enjoy talking to each other. So basically we chat and say nothing.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's true. I just remembered something of like how Bernie Sanders says that he wants to like cancel $1.6 trillion worth of student debts. I'm reminded that like someone did remind me the president can't do that. Senate can. But follow me on here.
Yeah, but Bernie Sanders should stop talking about that kind of numbers when he's trying to be elected, you know.
Maybe.
Talk about it after. Because people are going to panic.
Banks are going to panic, not people.
Okay, right.
Banks are not people.
Right. I mean, corporations not people either. Citizen 90 wants to think this otherwise, but screw that. It's a decision. But I think if like something that Bernie Sanders is saying on the campaign trail that gets popular, but yet it's something that the president can't do, then I'll think they'll like see that like, oh wait, this is popular. People want that, and maybe people in the Senate will like propose bills to like put to make those things turn into action. I say maybe because representative democracy is not democracy; it's democracy by the representatives. They're the ones with all the power and make all the rules, not the people. And even if something is like super popular amongst the people, doesn't mean it will be enacted into law or have legislation passed because the representatives can easily
No,
not listen
but
to the
even the people, I mean, if you go on and say, yeah, that thing is going to cost 3 trillions. Our brains can't fathom those kind of numbers.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just big
And
numbers to our brains.
yeah, but it doesn't put only banks into panic. It puts people into panic too, even if it's not their money.
Mm-hmm. True, David. The president can
I'm not sure he's aware of that.
That's true. I don't know if like
That's the issue with Trump is he's a moron, so he does stuff he's
He
not
can't
supposed
officially
to do.
declare war, but he can start a war.
Yeah,
he can. The best he can do is like do military operations, but like supposedly they can only last for like 90 days.
Mm-hmm. And then he has to get permission from Congress, at which point Trump will just ignore Congress.
Yeah. And that's right. Like last year, or we finally ended like the longest war in America's history, I think, because we had an 18-year war in Afghanistan. But at least that one was declared by Congress because it was like
yeah, and also Afghanistan seems to be doing a lot much better since you fucked off.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I remember correctly, this is going back to like old news articles.
You didn't go like in Iraq.
Yeah.
When you left Afghanistan, it finally started going better.
Yeah.
I think Trump.
It's amazing how once you get rid of the evil occupying military force, things do better.
Yes.
Well, not in Iraq, but
no.
Yeah, not in Iraq. Yeah, the Taliban is like doing better in Afghanistan without the U.S.
But yeah, the Taliban are kind of a creation of the U.S. So
yes, they are.
Mm-hmm.
In a way.
No, they were created by the Soviets. The Soviets did. The Soviets invaded Afghanistan, and that's what the Soviets, communists,
yes,
communism.
Communists. That's why Charles Wilson needed his own war so that like he can fight communism and around the world and Afghanistan. That's what he did.
David, again, I'm pretty sure he's not aware of that. That last thing, I'm pretty sure really he isn't, because that guy doesn't know international law. Like he didn't know seeking refugees seeking asylum was legal.
Yeah, many Americans don't know that either. And
but they're not the fucking president.
True.
The many Americans don't have a consequence on how stuff go. I mean, it's legal under international law, but you know.
And thus under U.S. law.
Yes. But yet Trump would have to be told 10 times that the U.S. cannot trade with Germany. They have to go through the EU because Germany's part of the EU. So you want to trade with Germany, you have to trade with the EU.
What?
He would, yes, when Trump last time.
What?
Trump was trying to do something, and he was told 10 times that he can't do that when he was visiting.
But Germany. I want to. I'm the president. I can do what I want.
God.
Yeah, that's our president.
No, I know, but you know, a lot of people compare this presidency to the movie Idiocracy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
which is not a
Idiocracy.
great movie, but
Agreed. Yeah.
that's not the point. The point is, at least in the movie, it's Terry Crews.
Yes.
He's a moron, but he's likable, you know.
Yes.
Not because the character is likable, but because
Right.
it's Terry Crews.
Yes.
So yeah,
I
reality being worse than a movie it's compared to. It's always fun.
Yes.
Yeah, and with that shit in Iran going on, Iran. Do you say Iran or Iran?
We say Iran.
Okay.
We probably should say Iran.
Yes.
Yes.
That's why I did not know. Anyways, someone posted something by Marjan Satrapi, who she's an Iranian graphic novelist. She wrote Persepolis. They made a movie, an animated movie. Maybe you saw it, Jonathan.
He hasn't seen every cartoon.
No, no,
mean-
no. Persianopolis. I have seen that movie. I actually do like that movie. I thought it was really
It's
good.
amazing. The graphic
Yes.
novel is even better.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she's still in Iran. So in Iran. Anyways, you know where I mean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Iran.
I swear, if they kill her, I'm going to be crossed.
Yes. I did like that movie because we happened to watch it in the original language track in French, and
Yeah,
we're
it's
so
a
glad
French
we did.
movie.
We so glad we did because like when she broke onto the song singing "I'm the Tiger," that made us burst out laughing as we were watching it because she sang the English lyrics with her accent.
Oh. I don't even know the lyrics of that song. Apart from the I am the tiger and
rising up to the challenge of our
usually I just sing gibberish, which is why we mostly do in French. You know, sometimes I watch videos from The Voice, the French version on YouTube, and there are English-speaking people who watch it. And well, with American cultural hegemony, the contestants sing a lot of songs in English. But like they're like me, when you don't remember the lyrics, you just sing gibberish. Don't give a fuck. And English listeners are really pissed off with that, which is pretty funny to see them lose their shit in the comment sections of The fucking Voice.
That's not how you sing Michael Jackson. They're doing it wrong.
I have to pee, so I'm going to turn off both of my microphones.
Yeah, thank you.
That's right, because like last time when John Bruckman like took a pee break, he
cut only yours, not ours. Oh, they can't hear us anymore now.
Yes, and hello,
can they
lamppost.
hear him?
Hopefully they can't. I don't know if they should not be able to hear him. So we don't know what he was saying as John Bruckman was mouthing that. But yeah, one time we happened to like hear John Bruckman peeing because he muted his mic on the stream. But
I don't think they can hear us though. Can you hear us now?
There'd be 30 seconds delay, so like they will tell us if there's no audio too. Because especially since they're seeing me talking. So
David, shut up. Did you hear me? He's saying French equals gibberish and I can't even respond. It's how awful. Well, I could write, but
you could type in chat.
No, I don't have my hands on my desk. There.
Okay, Milton just responded. We can hear you. Okay.
Oh, cool. So yeah, last time John went to pee, we heard everything. It was really sexy.
He's not here to like hear that as well. He had to watch the replay or listen back to the replay to hear that if you can. So but yes,
topics to talk about. I didn't mention what I mentioned. I don't think there's like
Margaret Satrapi, Persepolis.
what?
I recapitulate what we were talking about.
Okay.
And then Eye of the Tiger and
Mm-hmm.
people, French
Sing-
people singing with French accents.
Mm-hmm. I don't watch those like singing competitions or talent competitions kind of shows too much.
I love it. Just a voice though.
Okay.
I don't watch the other thing because in the voice, the celebrities are not judges. They turn around if they like, and if they don't like, they don't. It's not like the American Idol where they're super mean to people and all that.
Yeah.
I like it because there are stuff that they are pretty good musicians on those shows, and yeah, I'm happy to know they exist.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the young ones. Like you have singers that are like 15 and they're so fucking talented, and you're like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
the kids are all right.
Yeah.
No, not the Police of Persia.
Predatory monetization of like Activision games. I'm sure they'll do that. I don't know any specifics that happened recently, very recently, but it's like
Like what?
well, in the past, in like last year or something like that, where I think it was Activision did actually like have it so that like they'll let other players know what loots that like other players got, try to incentivize you to like buy more loots. It's like a way of like in-game advertisement as well. And so loot crates will drop in the middle of like a World War II battle in Call of Duty.
Really?
I think so. Yeah, that was like an old Jim Sterling's video.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's very weird. There was also a patent.
I mean, I know how loot box works, but I'm not as against it as I should. Mostly because I can refrain myself from buying it if I can't afford it, and I enjoy buying it from time to time, and it's okay. But I thought he was going to write something.
Anarcho-socialism. Yes, and I'm a trans anarcho-socialist with an anime avatar on Twitter.
So you are indistinguishable from a Nazi, right? Something like that?
It's something like that, according to some people on the internet.
From who? I know.
Yeah. So yeah, comrade. So while you're away, we did some talking about like voice and singing competitions. Julie likes The Voice and likes watching that kind of show. I don't usually watch that kind of shows. Comrade Ibot suggested a topic of conversation, and that got me going a little bit of like monetization in video games.
Yeah, but it's that depressing, isn't it?
A bit depressing. I guess it's like late capitalism or hyper late capitalism, and so there are a lot of shitty things that the big companies in the video game industry is doing. And I think even like extra credits, like years ago, I don't watch the channel anymore. Predicted that once business people, non-video game people, enter the business of video games, the MBAs, the people with business degrees from those business schools, are now running the companies that make video games.
Yeah, while that's true, loot boxes are only new in this form. It's nothing new.
You're right, because
loot boxes exist since like video games exist. Well, since the internet, playing online exists anyway.
Yeah. And there's been microtransactions before, and in a way, like we already have like randomized loot boxes as well if you play card games or collective card games.
Yeah, but minors aren't allowed to play that, are they? like poker online or stuff like that.
Yeah, you can't play poker online. And for video games, you have to get parents' permissions for that. And so, and we already had like that discussion of like parents' responsibility. So yeah.
Sorry, I'm on
Burn
Facebook.
Burn every business school down. The world would be a nicer place. I agree. What value does a business person add to the economy?
Very little. Business schools, even less.
Mariana posted something on Facebook. There's a fine line between a numerator and a denominator. Only a fraction of people will find this funny. Oh, it's from the Credible Hulk. Okay. That page is funny. I like nerdy jokes.
Yes.
Even when sometimes I don't get them, but I like them. Oh, kitty pigs. Yes. So my interactions with Kevin Logan have just evolved. We just PM each other with cat stuff.
Oh, that's good. Cat pictures are always good. There's nothing wrong with cat pictures.
Technically, those are people pictures.
I don't think Overwatch is bearable, but to each their own, I guess. You'll have to pay me really a lot of money to play that kind of shit.
I think iBot's saying that the loot box system in Apex and Overwatch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because all that you get out of those is skins and tags and things like that. Nothing.
Yeah, like
of actual.
WoWs, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people have like constantly made that argument that it's just cosmetic to imply that it doesn't matter as much. Yet
well, it doesn't matter as much because you don't need cosmetics to finish the game.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but
you can play the game. I mean,
right.
No, because there are games, or if you don't pay for stuff, you can't. You have no chance of finishing the games.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, and also just like in other games and other like I used to play Magic the Gathering a lot. Still have a lot of my cards actually, and while it's like you can technically like play with like any cards that are legal within the formats, and there's a lot of cheap cards you can buy to like.
Yeah, that's why I've never went into.
But you have to buy a lot of cards in order to get the rare ones. Yeah.
Or you have to like be willing to like buy expensive cards in order to get like the net decks, the tier 1 decks, as it were. So it's like,
yeah,
is now if you and I felt like I have like gotten some decks and when it's like if it's like two people with that able to have tier 1 decks either because they borrow from friends or borrow from other places or they happen to have the cards, then it is like fair competition as to just like wits against wits or like this deck against this deck and yeah but yet with that with that barrier of the money thing, it is kind of like out of reach for like many people to be able to have those decks depending on the format. But
yeah, but that being said, that was the thing with Magic. You knew what you were getting into when you were playing Magic. You had to buy the cards.
Yeah.
And some video games are advertised as free to play, but really they are pay to win.
Yep.
But also, some games would be like, oh, we have no loot boxes or we have no microtransactions. But then 6 months later, update, now there is microtransaction. And that has caused some stores to be like, this game now has microtransaction or now has loot boxes. I think it was loot boxes more specifically.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's complicated because video games are marketed so heavily towards kids, even those that are clearly not made for kids.
Well, also for like mobile games,
Yeah,
those
I know. The fucking advertising on mobile games, it drives me crazy because after time it makes your app fail.
yes, that's happened to me too.
And I'm not playing like on my mobile. I play like some solitaire cards,
Mhm,
Scrabble, and
mhm,
a little of Candy Crush.
mhm.
And the most apps I get are on the card games. No, they're on the coloring book. Oh my god, it's
Mm.
you want to relax, but that no. So I don't really use that app anymore these days.
Yeah, but for the gaming apps, it's like there are now companies that like provide the service of turning players into payers,
Yeah,
there's also been like not necessarily TED Talks, but industry insiders conferences that tells you how to manipulate
excuse
the
me,
player.
be right back.
Sure thing, of how to manipulate the player base to make them into like you're either you turn them from fishes into dolphins and then possibly into whales or attract the whales because again they use the terms just like in like casinos and in poker the professional live cash game poker players want to like play with whales. Rich players play badly, and so I'm kind of not surprised that like the mobile games and like those that kind of industry views players as either fishes, dolphins, or whales, and not surprised as well that like most of those games just like make the vast majority of their money, like 80% or 90%, from the whales, and so they cater to them. But yeah. Yeah, Black Ops 4 did a post release of monetization. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Hey, didn't Activision also like had like a remastered version of like Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, but that was got attached to a new game, and that was like DLC still for that game. So you have to like buy the game and then buy the DLC. It's weird.
How did COD Blops 4 do post release monetization? Did they ask you to buy?
And I am back.
Hello.
My fingernail was. You know when you have on one side of a fingernail like a fine strand of fingernail that slightly separates from the rest and it
Mm-hmm.
makes a little point.
Mm-hmm.
It, it's so fucking annoying. So I had to go cut it out.
Yep.
How do you call that?
Hangnail?
Nail? Yeah.
Hangnail?
Yeah, I think we do.
Maybe.
CS:GO says Counter-Strike Global
Yep.
Operations.
I was going to try and make something funny up. You ruined it.
You can still okay. What do you think CS:GO stands for?
What? Are you asking something? What?
I asked John Brockman, what does he think the acronym CS?
Clitoral stimulation by government overthrow. Overthrowing governments is my fetish.
Yeah.
Does Valve
Half-Life
still exist?
2, Episode 2.
Yes, Valve still does exist, but
They're
they just run
Steam.
Steam. Yeah, they just run Steam. That's all they do.
Yeah, but that was my point. They don't do game anymore.
No,
But
they
they
don't do
said
game.
they're going to make Episode 3.
I'll
What,
wake me
of
up.
Half-Life?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, episode 3 of Half-Life. And
Oh,
wake
God.
me up when they do that. Wake me up when it's released. Wake me up when episode 3 is out in the Steam store to buy and download. They would do it early access, won't they? Ugh.
They can't stomach greedy organizations.
Nice.
That's good CS:GO acronym. Yes, because yeah, even with CS:GO, they were like the sites, the gambling sites that like where you randomly get to get some skins. It wasn't like the games themselves that were
Yeah,
like
try
doing that.
liking almost exclusively games made by Electronic Arts. I'm not doing it on purpose, but it turns out the games I like are made by Electronic Arts. Well, not Guild Wars, but
Right, Game
The
World disagreeing in
Sims.
that.
Yeah, The Sims is EA. Anything BioWare is EA, and anything BioWare I play. Well, not that MMO. I don't even know if it's gone out or not.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is
Yes. Yeah.
and it's kind of won my heart. I've been enjoying it.
I don't play Star Wars game unless it's BioWare.
Yeah.
So you play KOTOR, and that's it?
And the MMO Knights, the Old Republic. I have played that one.
I haven't played any MMOs.
Oh my god. EA is awful. But I have the song in my head now. David. Wake me up
before you go. Don't leave me hanging out like a solo. Yep.
Oh, Anthem. Did it actually?
No, yeah, it came out last year.
Went out? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been out for like months, and it's not performed well.
No, guys, no shit. No, I think about 0% of BioWare fan base wanted that game.
No, yeah, no one wanted that, and it's like
we want the fucking.
Isn't that an arena game?
Next, Dragon Age. We don't want that shit.
We want Mass Effect.
So I think Jim Stories has done like a video, a Jimquisition on Anthem, and how it was such a strange development leading up to like the final piece.
Yeah, so, they probably did the same shit they pulled for Mass Effect Andromeda.
Probably. I think a lot of like EAs and like demands or something like that, or it's like they wanted to like I think that like the inspiration for what would the game be if the creator like got to create the game that the director or the directing creative team wanted to do was far different than what EA wanted. EA wanted just like
BioWare makes good games, so if it's shit, it's because of EA.
Yeah.
Oh, you hate that song, David? Wake me up before you
go.
I can't hate anything that was made by George Michael.
Yeah.
I can't. It's too cheery and jolly and
he's pretty.
Gay.
Yes. Gotta have faith. I gotta have faith.
Ah, that one is good. Gotta have faith.
I know that song only because Limp Bizkit did a cover of it, and then someone used that Limp Bizkit's cover to make a anime music video.
And last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
That was George Michael?
Oh, yes.
I like that song. I like that Christmas song.
I don't, but it's George Michael, so I can't hate it.
See? And that's right. David Scott, EA has killed a lot of studios who made original game. Yeah.
Yep. Well, they killed Maxis. Even though The Sims is still... Well, Maxis still exists by name.
Right, yeah.
But they have been absorbed like the anglerfish. I really need to post that in the Misandry Animals.
Ooh, that would be a good one. But Jim Sterling has compared like Electronic Arts EA to Unicron and called it Unicronic Arts because it just absorbs all these studios.
Yeah, they're evil as shit. They break every company they buy, and
even
and
when,
they don't take a hint. That's weird.
Because they make profits via their failures. Who gives a shit?
Well, yeah, even like with studios that started
Well,
internally,
yeah,
like
the clients give a shit if we could stop buying their games. Well, I don't personally. I don't give them money anymore.
Mhm.
I don't stop playing the games, but I'm not saying more.
Yeah,
You know what I mean. Wink,
we do.
wink.
Wink, wink.
You kill them in Minecraft.
Yes. We
I
support
have never
artists.
played Minecraft in my life. It's too ugly.
Yeah, I think they did kill like DICE when like Battlefield performed badly because that's always happened. That's even Visceral Studios that made Dead Space. They were originally just like EA Redwood Studios or something like that, and then they rebranded that studio's names into Visceral Games. And when Dead Space 3 didn't perform well because EA did not want a survival horror game. They just wanted something to like make a lot of money, and so they take Dead Space and turn for 3 and turn to like something else, trying to like catch on the trends. And that's the thing that Jim Sturridge is like pointing out. A lot of these video game companies are trying to like be the next big thing. They see something successful. Oh, we gotta have like our version of that. It was like World of Warcraft.
That's stupid because that's not how video games work.
Well, yeah.
Video gamers are the most specific people I know. We don't diversify. When we have a genre we like, we stay in that genre. We don't go somewhere. It's useless what they're doing.
Yeah, if we already have our World of Warcraft, we're not going to play another World of Warcraft like. If we already have our Skyrim, we're not going to play another Skyrim like.
Yes, we are going to, but
we're going to play a new one with better graphics and sex.
Yeah.
But what I meant was, you're not going to attract people who play, I don't know, Battlefield to play a BioWare game.
Yes, but
did we lose Jonathan? No, we lost me. Oh dear.
We're not a diversified crowd.
Yeah, you froze on us.
Yeah, I froze. No, I did. Oh. So that means that the video is going to have stuttered, and the audience will catch up with us in a second.
Yes, I'm looking back at the live. It's stuttering now, and so.
Oh yes.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's back now.
Yes, should be back.
Yes, Sasha, next to the vacuum cleaner. Is that a vacuum cleaner that looking?
Yes.
Yep.
It's scary looking.
Yes.
That's what the cat and dog think.
That's what I think. It looks like some industrial strength vacuum cleaner. Oh, that picture in the sink is so cute.
Sasha in the sink. Sasha finds out the sink fits.
So the other day I was looking if there was some shelters in my city others than our equivalent of PETA.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not as bad as PETA, but they're not that good. So anyways, I stumbled upon a website with pictures of kittens. So that are in foster families for now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And there was 2 kittens, 2 black kittens. One of them is blind, and the other one is his sister. I can't adopt them now, so they'll probably be gone when I'm ready to get cats. But they were so cute. They were all black and fluffy. So I tried not to stay too long on it because it's useless now. But you know me, there's kittens. I have to watch all the kittens. But it turns out there are not other shelters than the PETA-like ones, but there are associations, organizations who use foster families for cats that have been found.
Yeah.
Adopting them is pretty expensive because they have been Newt been vaccinated,
Gonna
so
stutter
you have
again.
to pay for all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's 11 anyway for me, so
Yeah, it's getting late. It's been 3 hours now.
yeah.
Yes.
So maybe we can stop here if your internet starts to be tired.
Yep.
So
But anyways, that's it. When I am ready to adopt kittens, there's lots of kittens to adopt. Was my
Mhm.
point.
yeah.
But anyways, emotionally, I'm not ready yet. Anyways, I'm
Mhm.
still. God, I didn't think I cook myself dinner for the first time since he died. I mean, I didn't just put something in the microwave. I actually used the stove.
Mm.
And I didn't think I would miss him yelling at me to have whatever it is I'm
Mm.
cooking, even if he doesn't like it. But I actually do.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's the absence of something that you're familiar with.
Yeah, even if it's something super annoying. Yeah, because that cat could yell. I'm telling you,
He was powered by hair.
Yeah, he was powered by, I don't know what, but he was powered.
I wish I was powered by hair too.
I mean, he was nice and soft and gentle and all you want, but he had some fucking pipes.
yeah, it's because I was just like, oh, that must be Merlin. And then John Bark was like, is that the siren calling probably your host? No, that's the cat. So anyway, things are good. That's remembering about Merlin and yelling at Merlin and mistaking Merlin for being a siren instead of being the cat. It's a good place to stop. So
yeah, Merlin is always a good place to stop.
Yes.
As I'm giving you enough time for you, Jock Muppet, to find the audio so that you can share it, or it's like, should I do the pictures?
We
Before
really have to. It's so
no, I
awkward
just
for
got.
us.
Yes, I decided not to do that this time, but I did remember to bring up the Hujima thing, the Patreon thing, so we can remember to thank our patrons, Eli,
Yes.
Skylar, and Squirrel.
Yes.
We have 3 patrons.
Well, 4, but one of them's Jonathan, so.
Yeah. When one of them is us, it doesn't count.
And I just want to be a corny corn. So don't forget the patrons. Don't forget the Patreon is down in the description. It's patreon.com/social justice alchemy.
Yeah, and you can send me money too for me. Well,
Yes,
Yes.
send Julie money. And send Phoenix money and Joanna and other people. Because they need your help because our system sucks.
Our system sucks.
choose your cripple. Choose your cripple to help. That's we are Pokemon at this point. Choose your fighter.
Oh.
Cripichu, I choose you.
Julie Kachu.
Julie Kachu.
I don't care. I am Pikachu. It's the only Pokemon I know.
Okay.
There's Squirtle, whose name I like, but I think he's just a
Yes.
turtle who squirts.
Yes, it's just a water element turtle. I am Summer and Geek. Summer and Geek on Twitter. Summer and Geek on YouTube. Follow me there. Give money to my friends, like Julie said. You can follow Leto on Twitter. You can check out our page, Miss Andrea Animals, and there's also the Facebook page, Anarchist Memes. And Tom McDonald was with us, and he's old. And you can follow him on Facebook, baby.
No, he wasn't with us.
No,
Oh,
he
in the
wasn't.
chat, you mean?
Yes.
He was in the chat with us. You can follow him at TSBEC on Twitter. He barely is on there.
Yeah,
JBJ
cool.
Yeah, but he's cool. Hamadon's cool. JBJ could not join us because she was like dealing with abuse, and got sick because of that. But we still love JBJ, and she still is a host of this podcast. And so you can follow her at Slightly71. Give her some love. She can really appreciate that now. And you can also give her some money, and at coffee.com/slightyflighty1, and that's one spelled out ONE.
And tomorrow I will be doing a Dungeons and Dragons stream, my typical one, finally coming back from the break. And we are a group of very kind people wandering the world, doing random good deeds for people, trying to right an
That's
ancient
worse and
injustice.
It's their brand of justice.
We're like Knight Rider. We have a magic car.
Oh, did you really?
No, not even a bit.
Well, there was a cursed dagger in one Kid Stream I catched.
Yes, there was a cursed dagger, but we have dealt with that possibly for who knows how long. But yes, we will be. We may or may not be streaming, but we will be recording tomorrow for definitely. Mm-hmm. So I'll let you know if we decide to stream, because we used to do Twitch. We may not anymore.
Okay.
In any event, that's Dungeons and Debacles. Heck of a lot of fun.
They're still on the cats bit.
Yes,
the adopting kitten bit. I mean.
Yes.
Well, the stream did stutter, so.
Yes. And with that, I believe, because basically I've stopped Twitch streaming. So let's see. Oops, not that. We're going to share audio and outro music. Booyah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye, comrades. And
Bye.
we'll turn off this stream.